Every military general on the planet will tell you the same thing. The most dangerous weapon ain't the one you can see. It's the one you never see coming. And right now, there's a fighter jet flying over hostile skies that has nothing to do with America. And it's making the Pentagon lose sleep at night. This is not the F-22. This is not the F-35. This is the jet the world was never supposed to fear, but they do. And today, I'm going to tell you exactly why. So here's the deal. For decades, America owned the sky. The F-22 Raptor was untouchable. The F-35 Lightning was everywhere. Every country on Earth looked at America's Air Force and said, yeah, we can't compete with that. But one country refused to accept that reality. Russia. Deep inside a classified facility in the city of Komsomolsk-on-Amur, Russian engineers were building something in total secrecy. A fifth-generation stealth fighter designed with one single purpose: to challenge everything America had ever put in the air. They called it the Su-57 Felon. And when the first photos leaked to the West, military analysts didn't laugh. They didn't dismiss it. They went quiet. And in the intelligence world, silence means only one thing: fear. The Sukhoi Su-57 was not just another fighter jet. It was Russia's answer to decades of American air dominance. And the scariest part? It was built from the ground up to hunt stealth aircraft. Let that sink in. This jet was specifically designed to find, track, and destroy the very planes America believed were invisible. Now let me break down exactly why this aircraft terrifies Western military planners. First, stealth. The Su-57 features an airframe shaped to minimize radar cross-section from every angle. Its weapons are carried internally in enclosed bays, just like the F-22. Its engine inlets are specially designed to hide the compressor blades from radar waves. On radar, this thing looks no bigger than a small bird. You don't see it until it's already too late. Second, speed. The Su-57 is fast. We're talking supercruise capability, meaning it can sustain supersonic speed without afterburners. Its twin Saturn AL-41F1 engines push this aircraft past Mach 2. That's more than twice the speed of sound. At that velocity, you can cross an entire country before anyone even picks up a phone. Third, and this is the one that really keeps generals up at night, sensor fusion. The Su-57 doesn't just carry one radar, it carries multiple radar arrays spread across the entire airframe. Forward-looking main radar, side-looking cheek radars, L-band radars embedded in the wing edges, infrared search and track systems. This jet can see in every direction, at every frequency, all at the same time. It builds a 360-degree picture of the battlefield in real time. That means while an enemy pilot is still trying to figure out where the threat is, the Su-57 already knows exactly where you are, how fast you're moving, and which missile is about to ruin your day. Fourth, weapons. The Su-57 carries some of the most advanced air-to-air missiles Russia has ever developed. The R-77M is a long-range active radar-guided missile. The R-74M2 is a short-range infrared missile with extreme off-bore sight capability, meaning the pilot can literally look at a target to the side and the missile will track it. And then there's the Kh-59 Mk2, a stealth cruise missile that can be launched from internal bays to strike ground targets deep behind enemy lines. This is not just a fighter. This is a multi-role stealth weapon system capable of dominating both the air and the ground. Now you might be thinking, okay, Russia has built impressive jets before. The MiG-25 Foxbat scared the West back in the 1960s. The Su-27 flanker earned respect worldwide. So what makes the Su-57 different? Here's what makes it different. The Su-57 is the first non-American fighter jet that genuinely competes in the fifth-generation stealth category. China has the J-20, but the J-20 has never been tested in real combat conditions. The Su-57 has. Russia deployed the Su-57 in Syria. Real missions, real combat airspace, real electronic warfare environments. They used it to test sensors, weapons systems, and stealth performance against some of the most advanced radar networks operating in that region. And the data they collected went straight back into upgrading the aircraft. That means the Su-57 isn't just a prototype sitting in a hangar. It's a battle-tested platform that Russia is actively refining based on real-world performance. That is a massive deal. And here's another thing the West doesn't like talking about. The Su-57 was designed with extreme maneuverability. It features 3D thrust vectoring. Its engines can physically change the direction of their exhaust. Combined with advanced fly-by-wire controls, this jet can perform maneuvers that would rip the wings off most Western fighters. Cobra maneuvers, flat spins, post-stall turns at angles that seem to defy physics. In a close-range dogfight, Maneuverability is everything. And in that arena, the Su-57 is an absolute monster. American pilots train for beyond visual range combat. Fire your missile from 50 miles away and go home. But what happens when your stealth advantage is neutralized? What happens when the enemy has sensors that can detect your stealth aircraft? Suddenly, that long-range game disappears, and you're face-to-face with a jet that can outturn you, outclimb you, and outmaneuver you at close range. That's the nightmare scenario, and that's exactly what the Su-57 was built for. That's exactly what the Su-57 was built for. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Because this isn't just about one jet. It's about what this jet represents. For decades, America has sold its fighter jets to allies. The F-35 program alone includes over a dozen partner nations. That's how America maintains global air superiority, not just with its own jets, but by making sure its allies fly American-made aircraft. Russia is playing the same game. The Su-57 is being offered for export. Countries like India, Algeria, Turkey, and several others have expressed interest. Now imagine a world where multiple nations operate fifth-generation stealth fighters that were specifically designed to counter American air power. That changes the entire balance of global military strategy. India, in particular, was deeply involved in the early development of what eventually became the Su-57. Although India later pulled out of the joint program, the technology exchange that happened during those years gave both nations critical insights into stealth design and advanced avionics. Turkey, after being kicked out of the F-35 program for purchasing Russia's S-400 missile system, is now looking for alternatives, and the Su-57 is sitting right there on the table. Every nation that buys this jet becomes a node in a network that challenges American air dominance. And that is why the Pentagon takes the Su-57 very, very seriously. So let's bring it all together. Is the Su-57 the most feared fighter jet ever built outside of America? Look at the facts. Stealth airframe designed to hunt other stealth jets. Supercruise speed beyond Mach 2. Multi-spectrum sensor fusion with 360-degree awareness. Internally carried next-generation weapons. 3D thrust vectoring for unmatched maneuverability. Battle-tested in real combat operations. And a growing list of potential export customers. This is not propaganda. This is engineering. And Russia built this jet with a very clear message to the world. The sky does not belong to one country anymore. Now, does this mean the Su-57 can beat the F-22 in a head-to-head fight? Honestly, nobody knows. That fight has never happened, and hopefully never will. But the fact that military analysts even debate that question tells you everything you need to know about how dangerous this aircraft is. The most feared fighter jet ever built did not come from Lockheed Martin. It did not come from Boeing. It came from Sukhoi. It came from Russia, and it is already in the sky. The real question isn't whether the Su-57 is feared. The real question is, what comes next? If you think this jet is terrifying, wait until you see what China is building in secret right now. Subscribe and hit that bell, because that video is coming soon, and trust me, you do not want to miss it.